Yo, what's up guys, I'm back on a review here. This time we have this baby Kaka. Now this is a little bit of a weird review for me because I've had him on a lot of accounts. Like, I've been using mainly on my second account, but my main account, this is obviously my main account clips. So in the 17 match on my main account, I'm mainly playing centre mid, which I know it's been a little bit weird, but I'll explain why on the positives and negatives. I got 4 goals, 2 assists. On the stats sense, so 6'1", got the 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot with a high medium work rate. As you can see by his preferred positions, he can only play count, which is a little bit unfortunate to be honest, but oh well. On the stats sense, you've got 88 pace, 80 shooting, 83 passing, 90 dueling, and 67 physical. So on paper, it looks like quite a nice well-rounded card. On traits then, so I'm pretty sure he does have the finesse shot trait and also the flare trait, so no outs of the foot shot trait, but doesn't matter too badly. I decided to go the Hunt Chem style, and as I said, I used him in a numerous amounts of positions. He was centre mid, cam, striker. So the Hunt Chem style is what I recommend on him, but I'll see more about that after on the positive and negative side of things. If you do enjoy the clips or want to see more, please do subscribe. It genuinely just helps the channel a lot, and I'll see you after. Peace. So, on to my overall thoughts about the card then. Now, he got the 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, and the 5-star skills, to be fair, don't come off badly with this card. The skills, even though he's 6'1", which makes it a little bit of an issue, and obviously the bigger touches at times because of his height. Overall, the skills aren't too bad to get pulled off with, and he will still be able to pull them off, just give him enough room to actually get onto the ball because he's a bit bigger, like Ronaldo is. Now, the 4-star weak for me was a little bit inconsistent, to be honest, and I put it down to the finishing and shot power. Very, very weak at times. The left foot was very, very inconsistent. The right foot, obviously, with the Travellas aren't too bad, but the left foot, I don't know about it. It was very, very suspect. Now, the pace for me didn't really feel electric in game. It didn't feel slow, don't get me wrong, but generally speaking, you do need this Hunter to boost him because it is a little bit here and there at times. He doesn't really feel the fastest of cards. Now, this is where my issue lies with this card. I really don't like the shooting attributes on this card, and this is why I got so little goals with my main account. Because when you're in like high division, you need to get like your shots off on really tight angles and all that. And the normal players like Messi, Neymar, Ronaldo will score them kind of shots. But this guy, with his low shot power, with his low finishing, with his low tap position to get into the right position at the right time, generally just very, very inconsistent with it. And this is why I feel like it's just a little bit of too much. I know I'm going to ruin it already by saying this, but it's just too much coin to be paying for a card if they're not going to be able to do what you really want them to. Like last year, I loved this baby card. I always loved Kaka and FIFA. I used his Prime last year. I used his Moments, I think. I also used his Baby. I loved all three of the cards. Amazing, amazing cards. Got me into Elite for the first time last year. I think it was the Baby. But generally, this card just doesn't feel late this year. I don't know if it's his height combined with his shooting, because obviously the animations, he takes quite a long time to shoot because he's tall, but generally he just doesn't really feel the best, to be honest. Now passing for me, the short pass division, the important ones, and they're not bad, to be fair. As you see some of the clips, he will be able to pull off some nice passes, especially in the 5-3-2. I just slotted the two strikers through. It was really, really nice on this card. No issues with the passing, really. Now the agility for me, now as I said, he's 6'1", so he's not going to be the most agile of cards, so he's a little bit frustrating to twist and turn at times, but we have got the skills to like rely on at times, so it's not too bad. But as I said, the ball shot, because he's 6'1", is a little bit inconsistent at times. I know this is 91, but it feels more like 82, honestly. Generally, it's just a little bit here and there at times. Now the composure is again very inconsistent. I know it's 87, but along with the finishing stats, it just makes it a very hard card to score with, and you miss a lot of chances. And this is why I feel like you can't play him anywhere above Cam, purely because you're going to rely on him too much to be their goal scorer, and he just isn't that man personally this year. Now the air ability, useless to be honest. Even at 6'1", he's not really going to be winning any headers, and even if he does, he's not going to be scoring them. Now the stamina for me isn't awful, don't get me wrong. At 81, he will still be able to run most of the game with the right instructions, but overall it's a little bit lacklustre still. Now the strength for me, along with the aggression, along with the balance, all in all, aren't really the best. Generally speaking, this card's very, very lacklustre in some of the aspects. Let's say you don't have the best of agility, or you can't twist and turn very nicely because you're taller. You do want the strength aspect to try and hold the defender's off instead, but he doesn't have that either. So it's a little bit frustrating at times as well. And also he doesn't have the outside the foot shot trait, which again is another frustrating one with the finishing. But that's all for my overall thoughts. Now let's get to overall scores. So on to my overall scores about the card then. Now if you don't know how this works, I give each individual stat, like the pace, shooting, the passing, overall score out of 10. I also give him an overall score and a value of coins to give you more in-depth insight into the card. So first for me is the pace. Now overall the pace, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. As I said, he's not really fast, to be honest. He's not really slow either. So overall for that, I'm going to give it 8 out of 10. I do think it's solid and he will be able to get through on goal, but it is a little bit slow at times. Now, next one for me is the shooting. Generally, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. It's very, very inconsistent on this card, and I would generally much rather have like an Usman Dembele at shooting. I don't know, this card just really feels very suspect on it. Even on his strong foot, he just feels very weak to the shots. Maybe it's why you could put Deadeye on him instead, but that pace does need to be upgraded as well, so you're left in a bit of a limbo there, to be honest. Now, the passing for me, generally one of his better attributes. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. The curve's not bad. The short passing's bad. And vision's not bad, which the three important ones, sorry. But overall, it's very, very lacklustre for a Cam. Now, the dribbling stats for me, as I said, he's quite tall, so he's not going to be the most agile of cards. The ball shot doesn't feel amazing, neither does the balance. The reactions are okay. The agility is not bad, along with the 5-star skills, and the composures, as I said, is okay. So overall for the dribbling, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I don't think I give it any higher purely because he doesn't really feel like the smoothest of cards, considering he has got the 5-star skills and the high agility. Now, for the physicals for me, this is a little bit hard one because the important one is his stamina, and he's not actually got that bad stamina, but for a Cam it's very okay. So overall for that, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I just don't think I give it any higher because the rest actually are very, very average. So on overall score then, I'm going to give this card a 6.5 out of 10. I just feel like he's one of the worst icons I've used so far, and it's a little bit disappointing because I've got a sweet spot for Kaka in this game, so it does kind of let me down a little bit, and it has kind of hurt me. But with that being said, on value of coins then, I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10. I genuinely feel there's a lot better cards for value of coins, so I highly recommend you stay away from this card. And if you want a 5-star skiller, just get JJ. I know he's not an icon, but he does kind of the same thing with the links this year. So overall, even though JJ has got one less finishing, he feels like he's got about 10 more. I don't know, it's just, I feel like this card's not the best this year, to be honest, especially since he's only got the preferred position of Cam as well, which is another disappointing thing about this card. You can't even play him like left mid. I know obviously it's on real life, but you can't play him anywhere else, so it's a little bit disappointing again. But that's all for my review. As always, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do subscribe. It genuinely does help the channel a lot. But I've got nothing more, so see you next video, and peace out, guys.